we are back. We don't have too much time to break anything down. As you can see, the action already underway. It's a charge right up Banana. And an initial kill to slow the push at the very least there from Shock. Unfortunately, he's not really going to have too much immediate assistance on the bomb site itself. Instead, it was the flank he was delaying for. And he may have done enough, at least allowing for the equal trades, with damage actually leaning towards Sinners slightly.
Only slightly. There's most certainly a way back into this retake for 0, 4Z and Shock. NBK is, of course, 10 HP as well. And they're trying to leap themselves across, and there's the low HP of NBK removed. That's a lovely shot from Shock. He might even finish it off with an ace here. He needs just one tap. He's got 2 bullets in the clip. Masuta, 52 HP. Now 1 bullet actually goes for the reload because Masuta has a chance here. Great answer back towards Shock, and now it's going to be Masuta on for his ace. We thought it would be Shock. It might actually be Masuta, and it doesn't even matter if he doesn't get the kill because he's won this round. Forzy has no kit. Just wants to kill for bonus money. The bomb is going to explode. Both of them are going to go down, but it's Masuta's heroics that win it.
Oh yeah, and a very, very needed pistol right there so that they could try and very quickly wipe away the memory of how Overpass played out, because that was not a good time. 16-5 as we know, as we mentioned coming in. We didn't get much of a chance to mention the score of the previous map because we were so quickly into the action.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the best for Falcons. Full focus here on Inferno.
Damn, NBK NP7. When was the last time you saw an NP7?
Not too sure. I think I've bought one every now and again as a joke. But
oh, NBK smoke just
not a bad weapon. Just doesn't make much sense.
Oh, Deagle stack as well. Shock. That's a lovely 2k. Wow. NBK, as I said, that smoke, he tried to jump throw as well. Didn't work because I'm pretty sure the ping put him off there. He would hit that every day of the week, but completely missed that one. And now Haji 5 HP is about to walk into 0. It's a free kill. And Kenny, on probably 120 ping, needs to clutch 1v3. How does he make this one happen? He goes for a swing, unfortunately. In the end, he just swings straight into Tom. And he would have had 2 players behind him anyway. So, no problem for Sinners. And the help of that Shock double deagle was huge in that scenario.
He was probably in shock himself. There's always a little bit of fortune to the deagle spams like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, the skill of putting the crosshair close enough to the head, but when you're firing that fast, there's always some luck in the follow-up shots. The initial one was just well done, but after that, you've got to pray that you have the CSGO gods on your side, or the CS gods rather. But yeah, that's kind of heartbreaking for Falcons. Very eerily similar rather to how it went on the second half of Overpass, where it looked like they were coming alive, got the pistol, fell short of course in the follow-up, and then just never really got going again in that second half on the T side as well. So let's hope that's not the case right now. The Glocks at long range, I mean, I'm not expecting these to win any fights, but we'll see what can be done. A dink on the Forzy wasn't too bad. Overwhelm, maybe 1 or 2 players, perhaps take a weapon away, maybe you can do some further damage. Really just 1 or 2 kills to be kind of enough anyway. Doesn't look like that's going to happen though. Clean up by 0.
Once again, 4 kills, 4-0. And yeah, it's nice actually to see Falcons not choosing to go for the force buy battles, right? So many different maps I feel like you can go. Using that force buy, the common actually is just to reforce once again until someone wins 2 rounds in a row. But I think they realised with the money that they had, of course, after another plant, that if they fully save, they could buy again. So, when I say buy again, buy properly with full AK-47s and utility. That's exactly what they're doing. Utility on the Inferno is paramount, as everyone knows. They need to cover the aggression from Shock. It's only a 1-for-1. Flashes are enough to deal with Masuta. They will jump spot B-stick, but NBK was very low going for that, so that was never going to work in a month for Sundays. Fighting for it though. They'll walk into Haji, so back into a 3v3, basically gifted there by B-stick.
That leaves, unfortunately, Tom in a pretty awkward spot at top of the map. Unfortunately, they're not going to continue with the push, although the boost instead is good enough. It's the bomb, though, that I was worried about. I was looking at the radar as that boost came in. As you can see, Forzy's pushing around. Kenny had the read on it, but he gets the dink through the corner of the wall. I think the ping throws him off a little bit in that situation as well. This is so unfortunate. Falcons recovering the bomb. If they were to move quickly, they could have got it out of there before Forzy made his way back through the spawn. But it looks like he will be in position now. You've got 0 also peeking down mid, Trying to see if he can confirm any of this info, and well, it won't be needed. It's Forsey instead who puts the nail in the coffin for Hadji, leaving only Python, who had shown his presence earlier on as well when he got that kill. So they know he's somewhere around mid, or was at least. Is
I
he going to
don't think-
flank the flankers?
I don't think I've ever seen a T player being forced to clear out T spawn with 25 seconds to go when the round's still actually live, because he wasn't choosing to save there. He was actually, the round was still on. So that's a unique situation for me in what, 3 years of commentary, I think. That is unfortunately, of course, as I said, Python, he had some time to run off toward Banana, but didn't actually know that it was free. So yeah, it's a confirmed save now. If he found that one kill, then maybe he would have actually gone for something. Yeah, I can't really give up a 1v1 unless there's really no time left on the clock. But yeah, it's a good find from Sinners again. Not even Falcons build up anything really, are they? Only Masuda's got kills in this game so far, really. It's just one each on everyone else, and those 4 kills came from the pistol round they won. So there you go.
I mean, it was Hadji who was performing pretty well individually back on Overpass, so hopefully they can at least find that again and have a couple other players joining them, perhaps. Banana aggression. They know they're not up against too much in terms of the investment here, so I was going to say it can be a little bit risky when you know you're up against pistols, especially if they come in for the late control of Banana after the smoke fades away with a pop flash just to catch anyone who might be close, but they're not actually going to fully commit the player down to the end. Made it seem like they may have, keeping both of them around the half wall. That'll give them the ranged capability when these pistols do try and burst. And well, it should be a massacre. Tom doesn't even see those 2 players. He just shoots because the flash came in.
Yep, may as well. There's only one threat to deal with. That is that saved AK of Python, so they should be okay here. Someone's doing a great job again on CT side of locking Falcons out at the moment. Trying to do everything in their power to get something responsive. P250s off the floor. And it's just some faking as they try and walk the AK off toward A. B-stick is rotated just in case. And he's running his way through long. Shock is still in the cubby. Python going for those opening jewels. Get taken down. Sort of a toss-up of, do you throw the pistols in first and try and get the AK to trade, or do you try and just go straight in for some dry duels that can often unlock a bomb site? In that case, it was Python looking for dry duels, and all he found was a dry ground. Mac 10 for Python in the following round as well, of course, having saved. It's not really much you can do about that. Kenny with the glass cannon off, about to be flanked. Shock. Oh, takes the suitor first. What a push that is, considering they were all going through that position, and Hadji and MBK are actually body blocking. They need to be careful. That's a great entry from Hadji. Star man for Falcons in this series so far. They've only really won 5 rounds. 6 in total over 2 maps. And Hadji's been one of the MVPs of the series, for goodness sake. Charging their way up B, making a lot of presence behind the smoke top Banana. 0 out of the round, but can lead from the sidelines. Look at the money they built up already. I mean, 0's on 12.2, right? And it's only round 6. Won 4 rounds in a row, and he was stumbled in that one. But anyway, they are executing in toward B. B stick back toward quad. No Molotov to clear him out, and that's the flashes. And all utility for Falcons done. And look at the crossfires they're about to find. It's a nice no scope from Kenny, but MBK gets taken. There goes Hadji, and now Kenny is stuck. 1 versus 3. Finds the first. Needs to flick the second, and does as well. A headshot to boot. And now there's a chance at the plant as well. He's going for the fake. Shock is charging in, but now 10 seconds to go. Kenny's under a lot of pressure to get this done, and Shock can just swing this one. There it is. Oh, nice try, Kenny, but it's not to be. Shock ends the dream.
Nice to see him hitting a couple of quick shots like that despite the ping. Apologies for being quiet for a little while there. Was giving the producer just a hand with something.
Oh,
So I'm just going to see what nades are lying around, I presume, at this point, because he's already got the op. Doesn't want to leave it too long. Plenty of time, of course, to get that defuse in, and it's 5-1. On a very similar track to how things begun, I suppose, back on Overpass when they went up 10-1 at one point. Obviously ended up a little bit closer. No, not close, 16-5. They did pull back some rounds, though. But at the very least, it seems like these rounds themselves are remaining a bit more competitive. The economy, while it is building up on the CT side, only really completely out of control for Zero and 4C. Other than that, everyone else just kind of has what they need, rather, for one buy. So Falcons with 2 rounds in a row pretty much could break them down and then start building up a really solid T side, but it's just hard to believe in that with what we've been seeing from them over these 2 maps so far. Cinder is clearly the stronger of the 2 teams. Kenny S gets bombarded with mollies and nades on Banana, and honestly is lucky to even be alive at this point. That looks like it's Masuta in trouble. Never mind. He managed to deal with the Banana aggression in sync with the kill from Python.
As well, so lying around. I'm doubly short. You know where he is. Looks like Sinner's going to try and retake top Banana here, though. Flash will come in. Anti-flash is played, but Masuta can't readjust. That's a good recovery. To at least be sure of one in return. And they know that top Banana itself is now clear. So there's a chance, but unfortunately for Zero, he can only get the 1 on this occasion. Haji removes him. That should be a Falcons second round, but Tom and Shock will stick around. 2 money and 2 kits, but Haji, oh, perfect lineup through the smoke. Now Tom has to run away. He has to Scarper. Make sure he keeps that M4 and kit into the next round.
Point gifting it away at this point. As I said, enough for everyone to buy at least once, sure, but still an extra M4 will keep quite a bit extra in the bank. You need to make sure, yeah, Kenny's getting away, is he? Oh, sorry, no, Kenny is screwed, I think. Yeah.
Ouch.
He's been gone too many years. He doesn't remember that the bomb blows you up at that distance now. Especially when you're on 21 health. I thought Kenny was NBK initially. Then I looked at the numbers and I was like, no, that's not Kenny. Kenny's in the pit. That's a little bit awkward. 1 less player than they could have survived with instead of the bare minimum of 3. They come through with 2, meaning they can't quite afford to drop everyone, at least not with the money they earn from that round itself. So they do end up spending some of the excess cash, leaving them with none in the reserve. So really, this is a round here that gives both teams a massive opportunity to start taking control of the remainder of the half. Potentially, as Tom just charges through that mid smoke. Unfortunately, the only one I was going to say so far to find any success up until Shock comes back with one of his own. Thankfully, they'd left B-Stick pretty passive over on B so that they weren't going to risk completely giving away that bomb site. Although it seems like Falcons are pretty happy to move in quickly.
3 versus 3. 1 minute 20. Looks like Falcons aren't going to really take too much time on this one. Masuta is straight in. Needs the entry. Finds it. That's a brilliant kill. That could have easily spiraled out of control because then B-Stick is alive in a situation where the other 2 Falcons players entering the site were a bit disconnected from Masuta entering. So that's a huge kill from Masuta. It's only 1 kill to add to the scoreboard, but it's 1 kill that basically seals a round. Forzy and Shock are saving. Good choice.
Yeah, can't argue with that again. Tom can buy, asking 0, and 4C can drop one over to B-Stick, so they'll just about get everything that they could be asking for. But it will be the last buy before they do actually start running out of economy, so it's all going to be on the line. Masuta hopefully gets himself an upgrade off that Galil. Done a good job, as you said, with that entry in towards oranges, but still, an AK would be nice. Doesn't look like he's going to get one, actually. Wasn't too worried about it in the moment, just wanted to get out of there with his life. Either way, as we mentioned, 1 more buy to fully crack through before this T side really becomes what should be a good one anyway. I would imagine if they take this 5, probably to come a 5th rather to come off the back of it, and at that point you win 1 or 2 more rounds really, and you've already got a really good T side, or at least a decent one.
Decent is enough. At this stage, 4Z. Oh, he's been deleted by NBK. 100 ping peak from NBK. 4, and he even makes it a 5 vs 3 single-handedly. Damn, beautiful opening 2 frags. Shot gets that kill, but of course now they know where he is. They can try and pounce, and MBK's clean with it. Oh, he's taking this round by the scruff of the neck. Well done, MBK. A natural-born killer lives up to his name in this one. And he knows where Tom as well. Oh, he makes it a quad. Looking for the ace, but B-Stick should be about to put an end to that. He's in the corner. Actually could get this. Just adjust in time. Damn. What a round from the legend.
Yeah, I mean, nasty. I think he's realized that sitting back playing these passive angles and trying to slow it down with the ping isn't really working for him. So he's like, you know what, screw it. Full balls to the wall. Let's see if I can get some entries, and my teammates will probably have more success when it comes to those slower played out moments than later on in the round. Hoping he can use his ping to a slight advantage on the entries. Well, that looks to be the case. The final one, they're not even looking at him, of course, trying to move back into the pit, so he caught some nice timings for sure. But that's part of it, isn't it? Choosing the correct time to take those peaks.
Exactly. But Falcons are rewarded. They're rewarded with pistols to face, so it should be 5-all. Should being the key word.
Yeah, we've seen crazier things happen. Especially on Inferno, this is one of those maps where the pistols really can just pop off out of nowhere. So many close range angles.
Yeah.
Not like maybe a nuke or something where you just have the rifles going towards outside, avoiding all the close positions. Can't really do that on Inferno.
Shock forced away.
Round
So
long.
just trying to play
Closest
the long
option.
game, yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to play long game, and maybe there's a chance to get a bit of a crossfire sorted. Rotation comes in, split the sides, and MBK hits another head. They're wary, of course, of Library being very much occupied, but taking down the biggest threat, and Haji swings on a dime to remove B-Stick. So it will be 5-all.
I like what we're getting from NBK though, just in pure entry mode at the moment. Shock, okay.
Oh.
His eagle is ridiculous at the moment. One more kill would be nice. I don't like his chances though. One bullet to the body will finish him off. And there you go, Masuta ends it. 5-5. I mean, we were expecting this, of course, after that, with that previous round being an eco, but now suddenly it's a position where if Falcons win out this gun round, they head up towards 7. And at that point could be on track even for double digits, which seemed damn near impossible when Sinners had that 5-1 lead pretty firmly. So we'll have to see. Forsey back on the opposite had a much slower map as well. We were praising him on Overpass for what he was able to deliver, and well, it can be hard to do here on Inferno, but if he was to do it on either half, it probably would be more so the CT than the T side.
Yep. B-Stick stopping the advance of Masuta, and Kenny's about to be owned by grenades here. There's surely no way out. There you go, the double tree nade. And whatever level of Counter-Strike you play, that can work out for a cheeky frag, no doubt about it. Kenny's out of the round before he has a chance to even shoot back.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do about that double nade going down. Or in an Irish accent, I guess it'd be 2 tree nades. Yeah.
There
2
you
tree
go.
nades.
Can you say 3 nades thrown on tree for me, please?
Okay, so do I need to say that the way you said it, like 3 nades thrown on tree?
Okay, can you say it 3 nades thrown on tree? See, I'm doing it now.
3 nades thrown on tree.
Okay.
So I have to say, yeah, okay, I get you.
That's
I
fine.
think I got it. If I was to say it a few times, the H's would disappear.
Oh,
3
yeah.
nades thrown on tree, 3 nades thrown on tree, 3 nades thrown on tree.
There you go. There you go.
It's a slow round. It's driving us crazy.
It's a tongue twister if you're not Irish. So, you know, fair play.
Give me more tongue twisters. I might be just kind of good with them. Or terrible, so we're about to find out.
Yeah. The one that I can really remember off the top of my head is an enemy has always been your enemy an enemy.
I think I'd need that one written down. Just to understand what I'm saying. It was the save, of course, from Python and Haji.
I'm saying that the enemy underwater is your enemy. That's how Falcons are the enemy of Sinners right now. But they're not the enemy, they're the enemy.
What exactly is an enemy, though?
It's like an underwater plant, you know? You know, the things that...
Okay, I never
yeah.
knew about that, so that's my problem there.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, we'll stop waffling now. Next round. Round 12. 6-5 for Sinners. Yes. Nade coming toward top banana. Pretty tasty. Oh, straight through the smoke, straight through the mollies, and Haji takes no prisoners. B-stick removed. That jump throw able to do damage to beat Tom as well, and how about that? He stands in the open, and then BK rips his head off. Unless they get some kills back with some nades, which they do with that start, actually. They remove the opener in Haji from the round. So, you get one kill back, but can you really afford to stick around in this situation? I don't really think you can. Bomb planted so early. This is a save every day of the week if you're Mr. Jame.
I mean, it looks like they're sticking around. Everything on the line, though. They will not have much money in this next round as it goes south. And at this point, that most one off to be saved, and that's not even going to happen since NBK just runs in. Again, great entries from NBK. I'm not sure how he gets away with that first kill. Obviously, the nade going over, coming down, makes things a little bit harder. But even then, he jumps to the smoke on 100+ ping and manages to win out the fight. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He does just keep instantly landing headshots, and that's the only way he wins these fights, really. Shock is 16-7.
That is a good
Help
point.
him, boys.
No one else is on double digits, so yeah, that's a good point to make. Good point to make indeed. 6-all. Falcons fighting well in the early stages of Inferno. They now have more rounds in this map by round 13 than they got the entirety of Overpass.
I was feeling the jump in no scope.
Yeah, I know, man.
It would have been a Kenny thing to do a few years ago as well. So.
For sure.
No scope. No scopes come with a tracker.
He's got that. He's got that little thing on his little dot in the middle of his screen, so he knows where his crosshair is, even when he's no scoping.
Even then, that doesn't help that much, though.
I know. I know.
You just feel like you watch some oppers and their no scopes bend around corners with enemies and stuff. NBK though, again with the entry, wrapping around. That at least he is being just a massive nuisance right now on long. Has already got one entry, pulls the attention over in this direction and allows them to begin moving up short. Although, as I say that, the problem is the bomb's now left alone in that area, so they slow that down for a moment. Allow the long wrap to now be the primary focus, and well, Zero does what he can on the bomb site, but it's only one more to go. The bomb now going to be planted as Falcons are on track for a 7th round, and Sinners, they don't want to really argue about it. They're like, okay, you know what, you take a 7th round, we'll keep these 2 M4s and hope to at least salvage one more in this half. That was looking to be so good for them initially.
Honestly, this is one of the most coordinated and impressive T sides I've seen from Falcons in the recent times since they've added Kenny. I really like what I've seen. They've been pulling the rotations well. They've been very happy to go for aggressive plays and slow rounds. NBK's been hitting his shots, been hitting the entries. Haji's still hitting some important kills as well. I like it. I like it. Okay, our production's given us one. Dean, can you say the 333rd free tree?
333rd free tree. Tree or tree? It's a tree. Yeah, sorry, I'm reading it now. Oh, it was confusing initially. So a free tree, but it's the 333rd free tree.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
I had something I was going to say. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I think you're saying you like the T side that they're playing. I think it might be partly because of the ping that, well, that Kenny has more. So, yeah, that they aren't really focusing a lot of the play around the up. They're playing faster, letting the up be a little bit more supportive. And the fact that NBK is just popping off is obviously helping them out massively. So, we'll see if this keeps up. NBK's like, fire? What's fire?
Who cares?
Caveman, I don't recognize that shit.
Who gives a damn when you can do that? He's just like, okay, 120 ping, whatever, I'll just hold W, that's the way to do it. He's realised that's the way after overpass. Take the tips, guys. If you're playing on high ping, just AD and AD on CT side with an MP9 and run in first. You've got the AK. He's making it look easy as anything. He's got 3 more kills in the round. He's up to 14 and 10 now. After Tom finally takes him down. Suter will trade that. And that confirms Falcons' lead on the half. How about that? Good rebuttal.
How about that, indeed? I mean, it's almost like we got a hint of this when they started the kind of 4-round streak on Overpass, but
Yeah.
never truly got it going. This is more like what we were expecting moving into the second half of Overpass, and thankfully they've given it to us a lot earlier here on Inferno. If they take the 9th round, then the second half, especially if the pistol was to go their way, would be looking pretty sweet indeed. Only to stop 4C from taking too much aggression around Banana. This is where they've had a couple rounds go south, so Falcons want to ensure that they do not allow that early control to be given away.
Actually playing the little angle there on the second mid balcony to watch for anyone aggressing toward the apartments. Very hard to clear that position out. Very hard to even see someone in that position, to be honest. Sinner's playing 1 player up, 1 player down on short. That might be a pretty good crossfire. Again, they're trying to pull rotations, just throwing utility toward A, they're getting control toward mid. Haji's now in that position, just shoulder peeking from Boiler. 1 player long, 1 player dead underneath, and there you go. This time the lineup and the setup works really well. Shock even finds a way to leap off the balcony onto the pallet, onto the barrel I should say, and get away back toward the bomb site itself too. Masuta, that smoke's going to smack him in the edge of the thigh. Some people like smacking thighs, but not in that situation. Shock gets himself 1, gets himself 2 as he pulls out the USP, and the half will end in 8-7. We're probably going to have a very quick break, but we'll go to one anyway. Back in a second. We're back in the second half for Falcons and Sinners. It's only 1 degree outside at the moment, but I tell you what, there are some hot players in the server, NBK especially, after that performance on T side. The question is, can he keep it up on CT? And not a side necessarily can go for those big swings as much as you can on T. And already, Haji and the Suitors' apartments control will get deleted. And my 1 man, that 1 man is Shock. Kenny trying to fake out these shots too. Chicken saved his life on the first one, I think. The Shock went in, but he's making so much noise. Shock can pounce, and he's picked up those jewelries as well. A bomb site will be clear. Falcons, this pistol is already over. This MBK can somehow kill, well, 3 players and maybe hold the defuse with the help of Python smoke. There's no shots here. It's not 1 degree anymore. It switched over to 0 degrees, so getting colder. It was -5 of the night, and the wind made it apparently feel like -8. So that's pretty cold for London, I will say. See a couple of people asking what happened to Spirit and Sprout. That game got rescheduled for another day because I believe Sprout are playing ESL Meisterschaft at GMAC Hanover, I think. Pretty sure. Could be wrong, but I do remember seeing those clashing. So that's the reason why Sprout are going to play that another day. I believe both those two teams are qualified for Challenger League, or sorry, for Conference next season anyway. So I think they're safe. So I think there should be no problem for those two. I'll double check that quickly right now, actually, because it bears a pretty important factor in next season's conference. Yes, HLTV say it is confirmed postponed, and the point I was making is that actually there's a lot of bearing on it, as it is the consolidation final, it's not the grand final. So that means that with SAW having already qualified for next season's conference, through just being in the grand final full stop, whoever wins the consolidation final between Spirit and Sprout makes the next conference. So that's a big deal, actually, for both those two teams.
Hello? Apologies.
Hello.
Sinners looking pretty good, it seems, in my absence. Apologies. Quick toilet break that wasn't so quick.
Masuta and Haji had a little bit of an apartment set up, and Shock just deleted both of them. Picked up the Julies, took Kenny out as well. Easy peasy.
2 roommates you don't want to deal with.
There you go.
And a gamble at the moment. I like the gamble. Always do when a risk is taken like this. When you only have 3 or 4 players in such a weak buy, splitting like 2 to one side and 1 to the other. Very rarely is going to work out as an absolute miracle round. So really, you're better off hedging your bets that you're going to be on the correct bomb site together. And unfortunately, it doesn't work out for them. As I said, it is a gamble. Can't win every time. They could maybe go for an exit or 2. Might be worthwhile just to try and get an AK or so out. I don't mean go literally hunting. I wouldn't have minded if they maybe just sat around the apartments or maybe the exits to second mid even and had have waited maybe for a rifle to come to them, but they're not really too pushed on it. And I don't think Sinners would be too pushed on sending anyone very far in their direction either way. Even Shock. Where is he all the way towards the end of second mid?
Yeah, no real problem. If they want, they can kind of throw the Mac 10 in, but I think they'll know that it's worth using that in the next round, to be honest. Considering what Falcons will have on board. We'll have these pistols along with a few other bits and pieces, so Mac 10 could do some more farming.
Yeah, should have a good chance to build money. Even on the players with Kevlar, they're lacking helmets, so the Mac 10 is still going to be very effective on those entries.
Exactly. No reason investing into those either.
What a ridiculous set of stats from the team, though. I mean, Tom is barely double digits, and then you have Shock on 23. You do not see this too often.
It is wild. It is wild.
Such a top-heavy scoreboard. I mean, Falcons' scoreboard is relatively top-heavy as well. Normally I'd say that's pretty top-heavy, but in comparison to what we're seeing from Shock and Go, it's basically nothing.
Yeah. Pretty insane.
Good start from Tom, though, on the Mac 10.
Shock has these performances sometimes, even dating back to like, oh my god, that's just, yeah, that just hurts. That just hurts deeply in my soul seeing that happen. Anyway, yeah, I mean, even dating back to when Sinners had their first stint with Oscar, back on sort of the IEM fall time, Shock would have his pop-off games I remember casting them against Heroic in IM4 last year. That was a pretty insane performance from them.
Okay.
Masuta needs an insane performance himself. Unfortunately, he's backed by the aforementioned shot. This is a player on site, but can't adjust this time. Thankfully, it's Zero to bail him out, and he taps down Python as well. Good job from Zero once again in this series. He's up to a positive KD now as well. 12 and 10, 11 and 10, and 24 and 10. So let's have a lead.
Yeah, Tom at least on half of his kills now. Something. Alright, good. I mean, it's not Tom and Zero aren't necessarily doing too bad. Forsey and B-Stick though are having slower games, and Shock's kind of making up for both of those, slacking off a little bit. So, I mean, in that case, it makes some sense, but still, it'd be nice to see an all-around team effort. But they're making it work either way. 10-8. See if they can keep it up here now on this T side, as they seem to have found a bit of momentum early on, at least. You know, you never really know until the first gun round whether it's going to carry on or not, though. Straight into what seems to be a bit of an execute on mid. Not the A-bomb site itself, but instead just to get the brackets control. It has pulled a rotation away from B already, and then you only have NBK playing really passively back in this direction as well. So with the time that they have, they could very easily take this brackets control, work their way back up Banana, and just keep the options open. Fortunately, if there's a player to Kenny's up, that's going to make things quite a bit more difficult. With that ping as well, he's willing to go in for the peaks.
Yeah, he slow peeked into Tom too. He still won that duel comfortably, so that was important. And he leaves the sharp on the CT side. Oh, great adjustment from Masuta. That first kill, so quick, and Kenny will even flick for the fourth as well. Looking for the last, but Forzy is in the open. Masuta looks for him and finds him with the help of some damage from Kenny too. Great round from Masuta and Kenny, single-handedly between the two of them.
Kenny too? What happened to the first one?
Yeah, that's a fantastic hold. And Masuta stepping up at the right time too, just when he really needed to as well. Great stuff. And Falcons had to win that round, I feel like, and they did. So they're staying in touch.
Yeah, at least, as you said, keeping it pretty much neck and neck. This round detrimental potentially for both sides' economy, so a lot on the line. Smoke at the half wall. It doesn't look like Falcons want to take too many gambles about actually challenging Banana itself. On the other hand, Sinner's happy to take gambles of their own, charging through mid-smoke. Was not expecting that. Apparently Falcons were though, because they were ready for it. They will still manage some mid-control at the very least, but considering they're left in a 3-on-5, I wouldn't say it's all that worthwhile. At least they could at least recovering the AK. They still have Shock alive. I mean, we're looking on the bright side.
Always look on the bright side of life. Boo, 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 boo. We're walking into a Tom gets a headshot. There you go. Takes a dink through his troubles, and MBK will be a bit upset about that, but he'll know he's dinked him. Tom's actually charging through. There's no communication. That could be a possibility, and he takes Kenny down easily. Tom, all on his own, has almost switched around back into Sinner's favour, but Python steps up just when he needed to. Shock. Looking for Haji. I'm not sure Haji's seen him. I think he would be hiding a bit more if they'd seen him and would have transferred the information over to Python. There you go. So Tom almost causing madness in the ranks there of Falcons. Got 20 seconds to go. Drop down. There you go. And he drops straight into the hands of Haji. So another good round from Falcons. A little bit of a scare there midway through, as they had no intel on Tom whatsoever. But this is the 2K from Python that's actually pulled out.
Yeah, up until that moment, it was pretty dangerous. Unfortunate as well, because if they hadn't have sat with the boost for so long and just went up short together, they might have traded the pit player and then maybe gotten the A-bomb site, but instead it kind of backfired. An eco from Sinners, a chance for Falcons again to get a lead going. Easily the best position I think that they've had themselves in, considering the economy here doesn't even fund a single pistol upgrade for Sinners. The charge through into the op, though, this could go south for Kenny if he gets caught. Be giving that weapon away. He does a great job to at least maximize damage, even if he hadn't been caught there. The molly's done so much, and then obviously Masuta with that is allowed to just finish them off with a small bit of help from Haji.
Yeah,
I think Kenny can't have an ace.
I think Kenny got 3 assists. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. There you go. So much damage done.
It was probably close to the fort as well. Zero also ran through the molly, so
I know it's not on a gun round or anything, but just memories of Pasha's spray down on Arch there back in the day. Remember that one?
Yeah,
It's a classic.
one of the majors, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Pasha! 4 frags in 4 seconds. Ah, take me back. I'm sure people in the chat will remember that one.
Oh, the leg shot.
Probably fighting more people in the ring, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I forgot he done that fight thing.
Yeah. He's streaming a bit from what I've seen recently.
All the celebrity YouTube fighters and stuff now.
Okay. Ooh. Zero just tap Kenny out of the round. No chance in that situation for Kenny to recover that one.
Yeah, I mean, he barely saw anyone that round. He got his foot basically a pixel shown when he jumped across mid, is what got tagged through the corner of the wall, and he just gets pre-fire peak. NBK long-range MP9 in as well. Doesn't really suit the position. He's making it work, and Masuta again with the spray transfers. His AK is on point right now, as was the M4 earlier on. That shifted it back into a favorable round once again for Falcons. Zero and Shock, two of the, I would say, stronger players at the moment left alive to try and make this work. And I was going to say the Wrap might be the way to go, but now they have a library player to deal with. But Shock gets it done now. Haji under pressure, of course, focused on long. Zero not going to be able to do much about the immediate trade, at least until he swings. Giving room for the bomb plant, and NBK already on low health. High ping, not what you want to see, as he almost gets caught with a flash in his hand. It's 1 or 2 bullets that he needs, and eventually they will connect, but that was very shaky. I don't mean to spray, but rather the situation.
Yeah, that was a bit squeaky bum time. NBK actually was only really a bullet and a half from going down there, but all good.
From 100 health as well, compared to, like, what, 29 for NBK?
Exactly, yeah. I obviously, he didn't realise the health advantage that he had in that 1v1. He would have made absolutely sure swung that a bit earlier. But another big round one from Sinners.
Swung.
Yeah, exactly. A big round one from Sinners once again, but they win it with 1 player alive, of course. And look what that's done to their buy in this round. They've gone for 3 Galils and a Mac 10. Zero not choosing to waste his cash on dropping another AK in that situation. So that's I mean, I would thought for sure they would at least drop one more AK, going by the money that Zero has. But I guess they're keeping it for the future.
Yeah, gonna need it now. It maybe could have helped them stave off this position, but now it's looking like a round that Falcons should be having, unless again we have a hero play, this time from Zero and Forsey, the latter of which is really struggling so far throughout this game. Oh, bomb down there wasn't up where you thought it was. For a moment I thought it was like caught into the ground or something. That would have been awkward.
Haven't seen one of those in a while.
Should get into B here relatively easy, actually, with the smokes.
Yeah, because they have a smoke for it, as you say, and MBK is not playing ahead of those. Even on the side, he's more close to CT than he is the bomb site, really. Flash coming over. They can cross. MBK can choose to put a few bullets through the smoke if they want to. They will do just that. But Forsey can't really afford to do much about this. I mentioned, and I sung his praises in the previous map. He's been very quiet on this one. Only 4 and 14 for him. So need a big round at some point to help Sinners through to this finish line, because as we said, it's really only been Shock and Zero with some hugely impactful rounds. Props to Tom too, sticking with them, of course. Here comes the retake. Kenny trying to flash through, waiting for a sort of ruined push. In that scenario, Zero adjusts, gets 1, but gets instantly traded, and now 1v2 for Forsey. 29 points of health. There is a kit in play on Kenny. It has to be held. Is the kit picked up? I think it is, and I think he's okay. Oh, that was very tight. But, you know, if he hadn't picked up that kit and had to take an extra second to maybe find it, if it rolled away or something, there would have been an opportunity maybe for that clutch to have been enough. Well, that one frag, I should say, to have been enough. But Falcons winning out once again. But money is so tough on both sides right now. 2 sides, both winning rounds with 1 player alive.
Yeah, I think the Sinners were damned a bit, though, as you said, by the fact that they had only lived with 1 player in that round before. They really didn't build up any economy. So, 1 AK, a few Deagles being upgraded. It should, on paper, be a 13th round for Falcons. And one of the, even though I wouldn't necessarily be comfortable, it would still be one of the strongest leads we've seen in a while. The fact that they perhaps have the chance to separate themselves by 2 here. Very slow round from Sinners. Since they've gone on the pick-based weapons. Falcons, though, are playing pretty much the exact opposite style. They're not even challenging mid. They have two players, well, one in the pit, one in graveyard, and one in library. That is the most passive they could possibly be playing on this A-bomb side. They have nowhere to fall back off to. They're backs to the wall already.
Quite
which
literally.
could be a bad thing.
Yeah, because if one pick comes through and they bait Zero into a play, they can even maybe get onto the site itself, right? Because you do see situations where a pit player is locked off from the site and they can still get the plant because the smokes are up. Sure, they only have one smoke on this occasion. So where Zero plants that smoke is pretty critical to this round, I would say. And Shock will go down. I think he had a Molotov, so that was the Molotov hit that would have been pretty important. But Kenny wins his duel toward long, and of course we know it's Kenny. He's facing. Nice shot from B-Stick. But Kenny does take his kill. Need to go in with the orb. He's coming for the pistol there. B-Stick, 8 HP, 2-1 digs.
Okay.
Back into a 2v2. They know where Zero is. How do you need to be careful? Just recovers. And he's baiting the gun barrel as well. See if B-Stick's still closing him down, but he's escaped. He's gone all the way toward B. The bomb site is clear. Get this plant for free, which is the goal of Sinners in this round anyway, completed. But he's got a chance at this one now.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, but with a health and an MP9, I don't love his chance. We'll see. It would be the most ridiculous ace clutch ever if he manages to pull it off. That molly going into second oranges. No, sorry, actually going deep over towards construction. I thought he was going to bounce it off the skybox. The deagle, though, for B-Stick, it is the way to go, so he can hit the headshot. And he got one more at least before going down. He made that round at the expensive, which is really the most we could have asked for. I wasn't expecting a bomb plant there from them. I wasn't expecting more than maybe 2 kills. So almost miracle work right there from B-Stick. The question is now, can they capitalize on it? Because that has absolutely ruined the economy of Falcons and will actually probably limit their weapons right now.
This is that is just a humongous play. Who cares about him winning the round? That is just pure heroics. I mentioned Falcons won one of their previous rounds with 1 player alive. Well, that's another one with 1 player alive. And of course, it's not too bad, but no utility on Python at all. NBK MP9. 1 round victory for Sinners, and they're almost going to be assured of an even scoreline. What a round from B-Stick. In vain, but still, we've seen some banger plays so far in this series, I've got to say.
Already using up most of the utility as well in the early stages here. Not going to make it easy if it comes down to a retake or even this hold. That looks like it's going to have to come in on the A-bomb site. The op forced back in towards the site itself. Haji in the pitch, struggling to really get anything done, is going to have to hold on his own. Doing it. 3 instant headshots, the 4th knockbite found. But it doesn't matter. Kenny in on the bomb site is ready for the final 2 to clean up the work for Haji. After patting him on the back and saying, oh, well, thank you. Because without Haji right there, that round was almost doomed.
Textbook stuff from Haji. This is why I rate him so highly. He might not have had the most unbelievable T side, but he's been stepping up on CT. 21 and 16 now. He's level with Masuta.
This is rough. Should be a 3-mapper at this point. This is obviously a full buy from Sinners. 1 AK, some Deagles again, a Mac 10. Seen them have success, of course, with these weaker weapons overall, but closing the actual rounds has been the main struggle. They would need to be pretty much flawless from here on out. Looks like they might even be running into a bit of a stack on B if they do actually start probing the site itself. And not as much damage as I thought it was going to be, but still, considering it is onto the 1 rifle player, definitely not helping. Shock, okay. Read the follow-up perfectly. He knew there had to be some support somewhere, and if Kenny's willing to take the close angle up against the wall there, it must be in towards the arch. And now that gives them a big opening onto this A-bomb site. They have 1 hold in that library. They just need to deal with Haji, and it's too much trouble. Haji comes out with 2 again. Any more would have been preferable, but it may still give his teammates a chance, as you can see with Python here. Now left in a pretty winnable 1-on-2. The bomb yet to even be planted. Low health on towards Tom and limited weaponry as well. And the molly, as you said, is perfect. It doesn't stop the bomb plant, but it puts him on 2 health. Honestly, it's a miracle he's alive.
How is he alive? One more tick, and that round is done. Funny has to run through when he walks into the Mac 10. Wow. What a wild map of Inferno. I'm loving this. We had a bit of a quiet overpass, didn't we, Dean? And you said to me in the half-time break, or the mid-map break, whoa, okay, we need something to get ourselves excited. We've got some excitement now. That shock, Deagle 2K, again. That's the second time in this game he's hit 2 insta-1 digs. He's up to 29 now. And that helps Sinners somehow get a victory on that sort of buy, and that sort of buy puts Falcons on a similar buy themselves.
Nuts. I mean, if Forsey can step up a bit now as well, and they're contributing even 1 kill in all of these rounds, that could be enough for them to just hopefully close this out for their own sake. Obviously, they're going to need 4 more rounds in a row, and now they've actually lost the initial kill. Sending 1 player alone up Banana in a round that they know they're not up against a full buy. Definitely seems like a strange choice. Just leaving a weapon alone in general. Obviously, they haven't recovered a rifle or anything. They're off the back of that kill, but it was still a risky play. Looks like they just want to shift their attention back to B, just as Falcons begin to rotate as well. So now I'm hoping that smoke was a fake.
Yeah,
doesn't look like it.
This could be a bloodbath coming in here. They've got 4 players rotating in just as Suter on the site. Nice shot, Python. Can he make another one happen? B-Stick will get that frag toward MBK. There are so many players here to help out now. How do you get one with the MP9? Smoke comes in as well. Shock, good wallbang kill, and the smoke will go up towards PT, but look where the bomb is. They can continue to spray next to that position. I think they know it's there. Shock is creeping in, just checking that smoke, and of course this boost can come in at any point. Pausing, trying to hop away, needs the bomb, grabs the bomb. 30 seconds. Are they going to exit the situation? They are. They're going down Banana all the way back toward A, and it's not necessarily been heard immediately by Falcons either, because they're back in CT and back in Ruins. They're going to check it now. Good to do that quick as possible and actually go for the weapons on the floor. But Sinners can now plant on A and get into after plant positions. It's going to be a quick flank up mid. This bomb needs to go down as quickly as possible, and it will do. But they found an AK and an AWP. Of course, no kit, but this is still doable.
Definitely, especially as Forsey takes that initial pick off the bike. Very open angle though from Shock. If he doesn't land his shots, it will cost him his life, and even then can only take the one before going down. The final position, no, and then Haji comes out and just snaps up a headshot for himself. That's Falcons taking 15, and at the very least confirming an overtime here for themselves. 3 chances to close this one out and to take us onto a map number 3. Again, they went down 5-1 initially here on Inferno as well.
Huge stuff from Haji once again. What a time to win out a 1v2 like that. I mean, that final kill is not one that he really should be getting at any point. Like, the angle being held by Sinners was a good angle. That's a favoured T angle. But he's the one who made it happen. What a legendary play. Shock, 31 kills in this game. Could be in vain. Falcons need 1 to go to nuke.
Yeah, that's where things get quite interesting. Definitely a much stronger map for Sinners than Inferno is. Also the same for Falcons as Kenny S. This is what we need to be seeing from him. Early opening picks. Alleviate some of the pressure and, well, they put the nail in the coffin, and it's looking like it might be the case. Haji with a decent trade as well just keeps the advantage going their way, and Sinners now 3-on-4 to try and keep themselves alive here on Inferno. As you said, nuke all but confirmed at this point. Shock's head being spotted. That was the man that might have been the hero.
Yep. This is, I've got to say, huge props to Falcons. Kenny and MBK playing from Abu Dhabi on 120 ping. They're fighting away here. It looks like you'll be heading to a 3rd map. You know what that means? 3rd person, Go TV. Thanks, Valve. One day you're fixing that one. I know you will. I believe in you one day, guys.
That's a lie.
B-Stick 1 versus 4, and we know the answer of where this is going. MBK behind the smoke, showing his position, and he actually will creep in the back of that, but he's being held. Python takes the kill, and we're going to a 3rd map decider. How about that? Falcons, I did not